And we're back. Listen, guys, the NHL is celebrating its 100th anniversary. There's been lots of festivities. Got me thinking, what do you guys think is in store for hockey in the next 100 years?
Oh man, that's crazy. I mean, just think about what's already happened in the first 100 years and the massive changes.
Yeah, we've seen so many changes.
Yeah, changes with equipment. That's obviously advanced quite a lot. Changes in just positions. I think especially the goaltending position, if you look at how much they've improved.
Sure, they're wearing full body armor now.
Yeah, sure. And also the way people view the game. I mean, before you would just get your home team. Now you have all kinds of packages with all kinds of crazy camera angles. They have the ref cam these days. That's a pretty big advancement.
Absolutely. Well, I could totally see, in the next 100 years where the viewer could choose any camera angle they want from any player at any time.
Oh, right. You mean every player will have a camera attached to their helmet or something?
Yes.
Yeah, that way no two viewing experiences will ever be the same. It's just unique to each user.
Yeah, choose your own angle.
Yeah, they could even have a camera in the puck, I bet. That'd be pretty crazy.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
Sure, it would be an expensive thing to develop, but I think it would more than pay for itself down the road.
Yeah, that'd be a crazy future.
Yeah, now when I think about the future of hockey, I certainly think about aging and how we're going to be able to reverse it. I think people are going to be living well into their hundreds and perhaps even beyond in 100 years' time. And so for hockey, I think that means that, the players are going to be at least 50 years old and possibly quite a lot older than that. There'll be no advantage of being young anymore. It'll be all experience because people will be so strong and healthy so late in their life. So it's going to change the game drastically, I think.
Yeah, you'll have these the hot new rookie sensation at the tender age of 47 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, to think that Jaromir Jagr and Gordie Howe would be young whippersnappers.
That's
in
right.
this,
Rookie
league.
punks.
Now, part of the learning curve for these players and the reason why experience would be so important, I think, is because of the actual game and how it will be played. So I'm thinking it'll be kind of like those old hockey games used to play with the metal rods in them.
Oh, yeah,
So
sure.
there will be the rink will be completely contained and you'll be able to skate up the sides and the boards will just keep going forever and the puck will never be out of play.
Oh, they'll be on hover skates or rocket skates or
Yeah,
something
I'm thinking rocket skates, maybe even a floating puck.
Okay.
The surface, of course, will have to be much larger too. It'll become a more tactical game.
I could kind of see that, but I think hockey purists will have a problem. I could see that maybe in overtime. They just have an overtime period where the boards come up and enclose the entire rink, and then they play that way.
That might be how it first gets introduced.
Right, and then, it might branch off from there. Who knows?
Well, if you guys are thinking that, man, I'm talking about AI, artificial intelligence, man. This is the future of hockey, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, and bionic players. It's
Okay.
going to be incredible.
Like cyber players, cybernetic players.
Yes.
I don't doubt its
Yes.
feasibility, but will people not prefer the human version and maybe not connect as much with the players because they're robots?
Well, maybe the people will take control of the players.
They'll be able to control them.
Yes.
Well, that's quite a future. Guys, when I think about the future, the main thing that I think about is resource scarcity, and I think that will definitely also impact professional sports that are happening at this time. And I think the ability for your team to remain hydrated will be a massive advantage. And I think the cities that have the best access to water, whether it's nearby or the ability to import it for their teams, will have distinct competitive advantages.
Well, hey, Toronto's looking good then.
All of Canada, I'd say. I mean, we'll still... Canada and Russia, I think we'll still be at the top of the game.
Sure.
For different reasons, of course. I mean, it'll be about hydrating your players and making sure that they're not, getting heat exhaustion out there on the ice.
Can't imagine that some of the teams in the desert, for example, the Arizona franchise would have
No Arizona.
a chance.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting point there, Mark. I'd like to get back to what you were talking about there, Jeff, about having cybernetic implants and being controlled by AI. I totally agree with you, but I think that the control is not actually coming from AI. I think that we're going to have these implants in our brain, and some of them are going to be working through the microbiome in your stomach, but not controlled by AI. It's going to be controlled by the aliens that live on the dark side of the moon in the base there. And hockey players will be controlled by these aliens. And there's a whole colony of them there, and they're basically going to be using us to play their hockey games. So they'll be betting on players, and they can sort of outbid each other to control, say, Sidney Crosby on any given night. And this is the way hockey is going to be controlled by aliens under this sort of betting game system that they're going to be playing. And really, it's not going to have anything to do with the players' skills themselves.
So these aliens are from another galaxy, another
No,
universe?
let's not get to... No, they're from the solar system, probably. I think they're from Io or somewhere like that. They've been living here forever.
Okay.
And NASA's been covering it up. This
Sure,
past, yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Hold on here, guys. I think the conspiracy stories was last episode, no?
You are correct, sir.
Well, yeah, but you never know what the future will hold.
All right, boys, we've explored the past, we've traveled to the future. Let's get back to the present. But first, a word from our sponsor.